Welcome to the Sushi Fighter Academy. My name is Andreas. I will be teaching you how to play the game comfortably, as that's the best way that I could put it. Um, the things that I will be speaking about in the series of videos are things intended to improve your interface with the game, making it more comfortable and easier to play. Our first topic will be the user interface because it is obviously the first thing you see. Um, the most obvious things about the user interface are the two health bars in the dead center of my screen. The reason for this is you see I have my bus right here and their D bus right there. It keeps those in the center of the screen where I'm going to be looking at to see if in this area right here to see if there are things that I am not should be standing in. Like this. If I were standing in that, I would be taking damage. That is not very good. So, um, without further ado, I will begin teaching you how to set up your user interface. The first thing you would do is go into your options and go into interface editor. Uh, the second thing that you would do is to set your global scale to something that is comfortable. I know people that have them like this because it gives a huge amount of uh, sight. Like I can see the entire screen, and I have no reason to see anything else. Um, but I like having mine at 0.75 because or zero point 0.7 because that's the most comfortable to me, and that's just what I'm used to. Another reason why I have it this way is because I see what I need to see, and I can still read everything and set up, and still see like cooldowns and stuff, and text and interface with the game in the best way possible. Um, the first thing you would do when setting up your user interface is to obviously uh, let me put it on default just to give you an example. This is too big. I can't see a damn thing. There's too much going on right here. Um, the first thing that I would do when setting up a new user interface is obviously going into interface editor and moving these up to the center of my screen because that's where I have them, and then changing my global scale to zero point 0.7. The second thing that I would do is obviously set up my second quick bar. I would do it like this, and then go like this, click on that, and then click enable, and then bam, my second quick bar is enabled. And then I'd move the combat thing out of there, and then I'd move my cast bar up there just so that it's in the same place, and then I'd move my target's cast bar up there just so that it's in the same place. I'd set these down to 0.85 because I need them smaller, and as so, because that's how I like them. And then I would flip them horizontally because it just looks better that way. It looks nicer to have it that way, and it's easier for me to manage my resources when I have my user bar set up like this. And the next thing I would do with that is to show effects on bottom because you want to be looking at stuff on the bottom because it's usually that's how things are. They'll be in the same area. Change you. I don't need you that big. The next thing after that would be to set up your quick bars 2 or 3 and 4. Ooh, I don't know. Where's quick bar 4? Oh, there it is. Um, and put them down here because that's where they're going to be. That's where I'm going to put them. I'm going to put number of slots per row to 4 so they're a neat little square, and then set yeah, do the same thing with this one. And they're neat little squares down at the bottom of my screen so that I can see them that way. Next thing I would do is just try to move all the clutter that I have in the center of the screen or the top of the screen away. Like because I'm healing, I would move my raid frames here, my party frames here. I'll move this out of the way. My party frames here, stack them like so, and bam. I'm going to make my raid frames bigger because I need to see more. And then change the groups per row. Ooh. Health width. What? Okay, I don't care. I do not care. I don't know what there we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. I did that so I can have more groups on my screen. Generally, when you're in an 8-man raid, if you're a DPS, you'd tab that off to the side, set to group row per row 2, and then have your party frames there as well, because you don't need to see them. You do not need to see these, and they do not need to be on your screen. But as a healer, they need to be there, and that's why I have them that way. So I'm setting up my DPS frames right now. So I'm going to put them right there. Here's your group target. They're off, so you don't need them. The next thing would be your target of target. Here is your target of target. Only tanks and DPS really need these. Well, tanks and healers, because a healer can target, a tank healer actually can target the tank and then still be able to keep track of the boss's HP, and just keep track of the fight. But I'm a DPS, I'm moving that out of the way. Oh yeah, this thing up top. Your focus target is also like, if you're going to be switching targets a lot, such as a raid healer, instead of using the target to target, you'd use focus target as the same thing. Or if there are a lot of ads in the fight, you could set a focus target to the boss as a DPS. So I'm DPS. I'm going to set the focus target. I'm going to have a focus target. I'm going to have his cast bar right there because I'm trying to keep track of my focus target. And because if I have to set the boss as a focus target and I'm a DPS and I need to switch targets, I can switch to that target, and if I have the boss set as a focus target, rather than turning around and clicking the boss, I could just click the focus target, and that'll target him, and then I could use whatever abilities I need and just start. It just cuts time out. And my user interface, aside from moving clutter out of the way, is actually set up pretty well. At this point, I need to change this to 4, and bam, there's that. And then I need to move you down like this. I'll put you over here because I have more room over here. And that's how you set up your UI in a comfortable way. The next thing you want to do after that, though, is save this, click the name, DPS. There we go. And then click Save Current Interface as the given name. There, my interface is now saved as DPS. I will close this, and that's what it looks like in the game. The next thing you want to do is move Other. And I'll give you a second bar to look at. And bam. There. There is your chat. So like you could put it right here and then there. Everything is in a way, set up in a way that it takes up the least amount of space on the screen, and it directs your focus to the center where it should be. It improves your awareness like, because you want to keep track of your HP, you want to keep track of your resources. So what this does is it just forces you to keep track of your resources in the center of the screen, which, if you're doing that, you're catching in your peripherals, you're catching everything that's happening in your peripherals. Like if an ad spawns and it's on your screen and it's in your peripherals and it's like talking right here, if you're down here, you're not going to see it. It's not in your peripheral because your peripheral is like at the bottom half of your screen. But if you're looking at right here or you're looking at their HP and you're looking at their debuffs, bam, your peripherals like right here. You'll see it. You'll react to it. Bam. Add, switch targets, bam. After that, that's pretty much how you set up your user interface. And thank you for watching. Tune in for the next video. That one will be talking about key bindings, and I'm going to need a helper for that, so you'll see him there. Alright, thank you for watching.